Enemy property. A link between Pervez Musharraf and Saif Ali Khan explained this week would be one of the worst for Bollywood star Saif Ali Khan. He experienced a setback in law when the Madhya Pradesh High Court declared his family's approximately 15,000 rupees crore assets in Bhopal as enemy property. The court overturned a 2000 order that had confirmed Saif and his family as the legal heirs to the vast royal property, which was earlier owned by the Nawabs of Bhopal. This case again puts the focus on the Enemy Property Act and the increasing role of the Government of India in auctioning and managing such properties. Saif is not alone. Pakistan's former president and army chief Pervez Musharraf's property too was auctioned under the same Enemy Property Act. Enemy property is property abandoned by those who emigrated from India to Pakistan or China following the partition of India in 1947 or subsequent hostilities, particularly the 1962, 1965, and 1971 wars. The Enemy Property Act of 1968 was enacted by the Indian government, under which these properties are acquired and controlled by the Custodian of Enemy Property for India (CEPI), an organization under the Ministry of Home Affairs. These assets cannot be claimed, transferred, or inherited by relatives residing in India, particularly after significant legislative amendments provided in 2017, which consolidated the Act. The Enemy Property Amendment and Validation Act, 2017, was a game changer. It introduced some significant changes. All the properties of the enemy are to perpetually vest with the custodian, irrespective of any court judgments or succession acts. Any sale or transfer of enemy property, even prior to the 2017 law, is null and void. Legal heirs, even Indian nationals, cannot inherit these properties. Courts are barred from adjudicating disputes regarding such properties. Saif Ali Khan is the nephew of Begum Sajida Sultan, the late Begum of Bhopal. She inherited various royal properties in Bhopal after her elder sister, Abida Sultan, emigrated to Pakistan in 1950 and became a Pakistani citizen. In 2000, a trial court had ordered that Saif, his mother Sharmila Tagore, and sisters be allowed to inherit properties such as Flagstaff House, Noor As-Saba Palace, which is now a luxury hotel, Dar As-Salam, Hababia Bangla, Ahmedabad Palace, and Kahefaza property. But in July 2025, the Madhya Pradesh High Court overruled that decision. It ruled that since Abida Sultan had emigrated to Pakistan, the whole estate was enemy property under the 1968 Act. The HC directed a new trial in the district court within 1 year. In the meantime, the custodian of enemy property can take over the properties for administration or auction. One of the most high-profile cases was that of Pervez Musharraf, a former president of Pakistan. His family had property in Bagpat district, Uttar Pradesh. In September 2024, a 13-bigha approximately 2-hectare piece of agricultural land owned by the Musharraf family was auctioned by CEPI. The sale was legally enforceable under the Enemy Property Act. It was one of the first large-scale publicized auctions of an enemy property owned by a person of Musharraf standing. There are more than 12,600 enemy properties in India, as per government records. There are approximately 12,485 from Pakistan and approximately 126 from China. The total value of such properties is estimated to be around Rs 1 lakh crore. These are land plots, residential houses, palaces, and business buildings. The big states with enemy properties are Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Delhi, Maharashtra, and Madhya Pradesh. CEPI has sold hundreds of properties throughout India, primarily agricultural and residential real estate. Dozens of sales have taken place in Uttar Pradesh, Bengaluru, and Maharashtra. In Bengaluru alone, 24 properties were estimated to be worth over 500 rupees crore. Exact figures differ by region and year, but auctions remain a steady source of income for the government. One of the most famous cases is that of the Raja of Mahmudabad, whose father migrated to Pakistan in 1947. The family fought a decades-long legal battle to reclaim their property in Uttar Pradesh. In 2005, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Raja, allowing him to reclaim his assets. However, this judgment caused panic within the government, which feared more claims. As a result, the 2017 amendment to the Act was passed, effectively overruling the Supreme Court judgment and blocking future claims from Indian heirs. Swipe left for next video. The Government of India, led by the Ministry of Home Affairs, has all the major roles. It comprises maintaining the list of all enemy properties, seizing and taking possession of newly identified properties, auctioning, leasing, or managing properties through CEPI, using proceeds for government revenue or social development. The moment a property is declared enemy property, CEPI becomes its legal owner and can evict occupants or auction it. Latest blogs.